Whenever you're ready.
We're off.
Hi guys. This is both chillers are identical, so I'll only show you one of them. Chillers basically set in two sections. You've got circuit this side and the circuit that side. Each circuit's got 3 compressors on, so they've got 3 on this side in the housing. These contactors and breakers for the 3 compressors that side. Quite obvious if they've tripped, because it just trips across to the side and you'll see straight away which one's tripped if it has tripped. Condenser fans, which are all across the top, you can see them on that chiller, they're all across the top. Same thing, they're all breakers here. Again, if it trips, you can quite obviously see that it's tripped. Okay, you've got the pump contactors down there, again, pretty obvious when it's tripped, because it's often it shows you, like anything else really. So that's basically the power section there, which is what feeds everything. This side is the control section, which has got all these circuit boards, which controls the CH530, which is what this touchscreen is. I'll shut it up now, just to show you, get some power on here. Them contactors that feed the compressors, you can see where they feed in the side here. So it's exactly the same either side. There's the 3 compressors from this side, 1, 2, 3, and it's identical the other side. So that's the 2 circuits. So, got any questions on that side of things? No? Okay, we'll turn the power on and move on to the controller. I've took the cover off because it saves it flapping up and down.
Don't know whether the sun could be a problem here, guys. I'll just zoom in a bit. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think I can just about see what you can see. That's good.
Just got to wait for it to boot up. Right, this is the controller, obviously. It tells you pretty much what you need to know on the screen. So for example, evaporator entering and leaving water temperature. At the moment it's 8, because the chiller's not running. When it's running, the leaving water temperature should be a lot colder than the entering water temperature. You've got your tabs across the top. Reports, that tells you what your compressor's doing, for example. Circuit 1. There's a runtime and starts. Circuit 2, exactly the same, and the system. You can go back, have a look at the evaporator, which is the suction time, tells you the temperatures, pressures, if you needed to know that. And then you've got your settings. If, for example, if you wanted to go to the unit setting, front panel chill water set point, if you wanted to change that, just literally touch on it. You can go up, or you can go down to your desired temperature. There are safeties in there, so you can't take it past minus 20 or something. I won't go anything like that, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you just have a look at that again, so I went to settings, unit control, not that one, sorry, front panel set point, and then you can go up and down if you wanted to change the set point. Like I say, it's all pretty self-explanatory in there. There's only so many tabs, and you can go back and forwards. What I'm going to do now, there's another little tab here which you can't see at the moment, which is an alarm. I'm going to pull one of the transducers off and put it into alarm so you can see what happens.
Can I just...
Yeah.
The set point, is that controlled locally, or is that controlled via the BMS?
That can be set in here to be front panel or by the BMS. So I'm assuming you'll be doing it by the BMS. Right. If the BMS went wrong, there's a feature in here where we can set it to a local control.
Local control, yeah.
So if you had a problem with the BMS, we just go into here and you set it for local control. So there is that facility if you need to, but you're going to be doing it from the BMS. So I'll just, if you watch this area here now, you'll see a tab come up here which will say alarm, and I'll show you once I've pulled the... just wait for that to come up.
I'll get down here, guys, so you can see.
There it is. Can I just get...
Yes.
Right, there you go. So what I've just done is I've took off the connection to the discharge pressure transducer. So now it can't see any discharge pressure. So if I press the alarm button, it literally tells you comms loss, discharge pressure transducer. I can reset that, but the reason it won't reset is because I haven't plugged it back in. If I now go and plug it back in, we can then reset it. Right, so that's back in now. So again, there's the alarm. That's what it says the problem is. Reset alarm. No active diagnostics. Okay, and that's the same with any fault, will come up in that way. So if it's a suction pressure, it's a water problem, a fan, it will come up and tell you there's a fault. Also in the main reports, down the bottom you've got historic diagnostics, and that'll tell you all the diagnostics you've had up to a certain amount. So if you came in at night and there was 2 or 3 diagnostics which someone else had reset, you can still go and have a look. If you call me out, I can come and have a look and see exactly what's there. We've also got the facility under here to plug our laptops in and interrogate it like that, and print out reports and that sort of thing. It's in stop mode at the moment. The only thing you've got to do to start it is press the auto button. I can't do that at the moment because of the glycol situation. We can't run the pump. So basically that's an overview of that. It's, like I say, it's tabs across the top, and then if you want to go down, you can go down by 1 line to see what the next outdoor temperature, 12.1, or you can go down by screen. Again, it's a bit like your computer, it's self-explanatory like that. So, right, have you guys got any questions?
What sort of compressors do they need?
Scrolls.
They are scrolls.
Scrolls. Yep.
You can't do every, can you do every operation from the BMS then?
No. No.
It's all preset, programmed.
Yeah, it's all pre-programmed, pre-entered. If we come to do a service, we can download the latest version of the software.
Yeah.
And if we have to change anything, say for example that discharge pressure transducer that I showed you in alarm, all I did was took the power off to it. If it actually went wrong, we'd have to change it, put a new one on, and then we'd have to come back and bind it into the system. So it's not something that you can do. You can't just change it.
Servicing, is it done on hours or is it done yearly?
It's all dependent on what you want within your contract. Some people have 4 visits a year. Some people have major visits and minor visits where you take oil analysis. But you know, it's totally dependent on you. You don't tend to need to do oil analysis on scroll compressors. They're more for the screw compressors, like you've got on your other Dyson screw compressors down there. But for this, you know, you might want 4 visits a year. You might even want the insurance inspector to come and check the HP trips. On some of the units, they've got to do that from the insurance by law.
That done in conjunction with yourself?
Yes.
You'd have to be here while they...
Yeah, because what we've got to do is we've got to make sure that none of the condenser fans come on, run the unit, the pressure gets higher and higher and higher till it trips, and basically the insurance inspector needs to see that trip. That's what he wants to see.
There's one other thing, guys. I think you have to use a Trane, because it's like closed protocol. You have to use Trane for a maintenance contract.
Okay, you have to use it?
You have to use Trane for a maintenance contract with these.
Well,
we've got we've had a maintenance contract in Malmesbury. It would be with, it's going to be with Trane anyway for the first year, definitely. So.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I think if it's not with Trane and you go with a different company, if something does go wrong, they will have to get us in, and what they'll do is they'll put a profit on what they charge you. So in a way, in the first place, it's probably best to go to the manufacturer anyway.
From the manufacturer's point of view, what faults have you been getting with these units? Are they?
It's very. I mean,
same kind of faults?
No, it varies. I mean, you know,
does that depend on what system it's connected to?
No, it's the same as anything, isn't it? If you get something new, it's like, oh, you know, these are really quite reliable. Most of the Trane Chillers are, but then again, I'm going to say that, aren't I? But, you know, sometimes you might get a transducer go. I mean, you might get a compressor go, you know, now and again, but very, very rarely.
They actually won't disappear yet.
What's the
I've had less trouble with your Trane Chillers than I've with some of the newer
Have you?
carriers.
Well, then one's down in the compound and chugging on for years, haven't they?
It's a life expectancy.
Usually, we say around about 10 years is what you get in the chiller, but as Martin will tell you, he's got some that have been there for 15, 16, 17 years down in the compound.
Yeah, they're going that soon,
But there's still no faults on them. I did a maintenance on them the other day, and they're still fine.
What gas is inside?
R410A.
Right.
R410A. So that works at higher pressure than gases around the other side. The gases around, you've got it's 134A. So there's a lot higher pressure in the 410A, but it's better for the ozone, etc.
So apart from sort of like first call for any trip situations, there's not much else that we're going to be doing.
No, you're going to be. If there's a problem, are these on the same circuit? Do we know?
Yeah, I think so.
If there's a problem, you've got to run on a standby effectively, so you should be okay. But the first thing you're going to do, if your BMS tells you there's a fault, is come to this panel, and the first thing you're going to look for is that alarm. If it is an alarm, obviously like you do, press it, check it. And if it does say something like discharge pressure transducer, you can't do anything, you've got to call us in. And whatever alarm is on there, in the first year while it's under warranty, don't try and fix it yourself, call us in, because it's down to us. Yeah. After the warranty.
You might go for one reset and see if it clears or whatnot, but if it comes back up, or keeps going back up, then it's...
Yeah. But if it does come an alarm and it clears and it runs again, you can always phone and say, look, it came up with this alarm, we have reset it. Is that, you know, and then I'll probably say to you, if it does it again, we'll come in and have a look.
As long as it's serviced.
Yeah.
So this system, is this purely for Hangar 86? Is this purely for Hangar 86, this kit?
I think this kit's going to serve 85 as well. It depends what type of services you're going to have in 85 though. I'm not sure yet whether there'll be chilled water, because it's going to be quite a basic building.
I think it's not.
To my knowledge, I don't know.
But things can change.
So yeah, exactly. Things have changed a lot on this contract. So.
Happy? Yep. And one thing I will just show you, if you come to the screen, it looks like that, as in blank, can't see it. Just press one side, it's got a contrast button. If you just put your finger on that side, it comes back up. Again, if it's like that and you think, I can't see it, put your finger the other side until you get it happy to where you want to watch it. A lot of people don't know that and they say, oh, the screen's gone.
Yeah.
Can you get us another screen? And we come and just press that little button there and there. Alright? Anything else?
No, cool.
Thank you very much.